Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, good evening to everyone. You are once again welcome here on the Awakening of Consciousness Forum. This is making headlines across the African continent. There is a very, very good piece of news for the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The Congo, which has been enduring great suffering, but it is very good news that is highly criticized. The news is highly criticized, especially by the Congolese themselves. And then at a certain point, one wonders, but what do the Congolese themselves want for their own country, their own nation? What do the Congolese want? Yes. So the news is about what you see there. What you see there in the image, I hope you already understand what it is about. It's a boat. It's a warship. So this is the first good news, but beyond this good news, there is yet another very, very good one. News this time, which is applauded at least, which is recognized, whose merit is acknowledged. This second very good news concerns the Wazalendo in the east of the DRC. The Wazalendo who have just made Rwanda regret, but severely, bitterly, a recent decision that Rwanda had to make. So, in the context of this video conference, ladies and gentlemen, these are the two elements we are going to discuss. As usual, before continuing the video conference, I ask you to share it as much as possible. Share it in all the groups as much as you can. Give it a lot of likes. This gives the video conference enough visibility. There you go. Let's start. So, what you see there, we start with the first good news. The good news, very criticized. What you see in the image there is a warship. Yes. It's true that it's not colossal, like the warships we see being presented by Russia, the warships presented by China, by North Korea, but this is a warship, the very first warship acquired by the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So, this warship arrived on March 10th, 2025. It was received by the head of military defense. So it was received by the Minister of Defense. So the ship that is there, it's a warship. As we were saying, the new Congolese military ship, which is there, has undergone all the tests. The results are conclusive. There you go. So it was inaugurated in the presence, not in the presence, but the inauguration was done by the Congolese Minister of Defense. So what needs to be specified is that the boat, the ship, was named Alternance Pacifique P142. There you go, Alt Pacific 142. The purpose of this ship is to go on high seas patrol. We know what the high seas are. There you go. So then, the Pacific, the Peaceful Alternation, is the name of the ship, has completed all its initial maneuvers, military ones, the maritime stretch of Boma. This is in a city in central Congo, and in the southwest of the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So at the end of its inauguration on Monday, March 10, 2025, and the results are conclusive. It was inaugurated. Here is some very good news that the Congolese are criticizing. The Congolese do not understand, since many cannot understand why invest so much money. First, the ship doesn't seem that big. There you go. And as you may know, in this life, it is necessary to act according to one's means. So many say, go invest so much money to buy such a warship, to allow this warship to patrol the high seas, and invest money to drive out from the eastern territories of the DRC. It's rebellious. These M23 groups that are there, what was the priority? Clearly speaking, many do not understand why the purchase of this ship, while we need security in the east. Here lies the big problem. So, it must be clearly stated to the Congolese that the actions of the state are planned, are well organized. Every state. It must be said that today, the issue of the east of the DRC is almost being resolved because the call that President Tshisekedi made to the United States of America, America has responded. America has said it is ready, and so soon this problem will be resolved. But what should not be forgotten either, before the situation deteriorated in the east of the DRC, the state is a continuity. To verify, the state had already placed its order for this ship a long time ago, and the money was certainly starting to be paid in installments, because in most cases, that's how states operate. So, it must have been a project that dates back a long time. But the Congolese state, the Congolese people, you should be happy. You should be happy. When your state starts acquiring powerful military equipment, you should be happy, even if that equipment cannot go directly to the places where you now want peace to return. But the most important thing is when your state acquires military infrastructure of truly unimaginable power, that's how it is, the AIS. It's organized little by little, little by little. So here's the first very, very good news, but which is very, very criticized. So what needs to be remembered? What needs to be remembered is that the maneuvers of this ship were carried out alongside two other naval units of the 14th Naval Group of the Armed Forces. The military ship Alternance Pacifique P-142 and its rescue boat performed well after the exercises. This is very good news. Our brothers and sisters from Congo should be very, very happy and thank the Congolese government. That's very good. On the other hand, indeed, the second very good news is what the Wazalendo have done remarkably to Rwanda. On this evening of March 10th, 2025, yes, they did a great job. They did an excellent job. But I ask you to share this video conference first. Share it as much as possible in all possible groups. So, March 9th, Rwanda sent reinforcements. Military reinforcements leaving the border town of Siangugu to head towards Bukavu. So from Bukavu, they are on their way to Kaziba, to the front, to reinforce and save some elements of the M23, who escaped the fire of Wazalendo. So Rwanda is sending reinforcements. But before that already, Rwanda had sent a plane. Rwanda had sent a plane on March 9th. So yesterday, a plane that was carrying ammunition, that was carrying supplies for the M23 rebels and others. In the meantime, it is that plane that the Wazalendo bombed. The images are circulating on social media. You can see the plane going down. So the Wazalendo bombed and the shooting started. So this caused the Rwandan soldiers who were there in the vicinity to start fleeing. And up to the point where we are speaking, the situation remains very, very tense between the Wazalendos and those of the M23 in the outskirts of Bukavu and elsewhere. In any case, the Wazalendos are not giving up. It's true, they don't have the required training, they don't have the necessary combat tools, the necessary military equipment, but they are fighting in their own way. They are creating their own technique. Every time there is an opportunity to take a major action, the Wazalendo take that major action. So we hope they can hold on little by little until the arrival of the Americans. Since the Americans will come based on this agreement that Tshisekedi is forging with the United States of America. So, here it is. Dear ladies and gentlemen, the headline of the news. I ask you to share it as much as possible. I will be back shortly with new updates. This was the voice of your one and only samurai.